Hey, welcome to the inaugural edition of Random Ramblings with Randleman. I know that's a really long name and it's kind of weird, but I think it applies to this for three reasons. One, I'm Randleman. Two, these are going to be random. And three, I'm probably going to ramble through them because I really am not going to set a script or do anything like this. My point is in doing this, the purpose behind all this is so that I can give you kind of a glimpse into my life to see some of the things that I enjoy, some of the things that interest me, some of the things that God is doing in my life, or resources or other things that He's put in my life to be a help to me. So these are going to be short little videos. I don't even know the frequency yet. I don't know if they're going to be a weekly thing or every 2 weeks or once a month. I haven't decided on all that yet. I'm just playing around and having some fun. It's been in the back of my mind to do this for a long time because I've always had kind of an interest in doing some video type stuff for my blog. I used to run a podcast on my dad's site that is now defunct. It's like not even any good anymore. But I've kind of wanted to do some video stuff for a while, and so this is a chance to kind of explore into that area. Plus, we got a new digital video camera, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to play with it and practice with it and learn how to use this thing and see what we can do. So just going to have some fun. I hope it's fun for you. I know I'm going to have some fun with it and just try to explore through some of the things the possibilities that might be out there through this. So for the inaugural episode, if you know me, you can already probably guess what this first episode is going to have to be about, right? It's going to have to be about coffee. Because I am a coffee fan. I love coffee. Coffee is like my drink of choice for any occasion, and I really enjoy it. I started off drinking no-good coffee and moved up to a couple of other levels of coffee that I enjoyed, and then I started roasting my own coffee, and I really enjoyed that. But I also enjoy drinking coffee that other people have roasted so I can explore what they're able to do and some of the flavors that they're able to draw out of those notes. For me personally, it has to be a single origin pour over style coffee. That's my preference. It has got to be a light roast, and it has to be single origin, which means coming from one location, not a blend, not a bunch of different kinds of coffee all put together into one blend, but a single origin. So if it came from Guatemala, it's all from that region, all from that same location, all from that farm or that co-op or whatever it is they use it. Because I really want to taste the notes. It's got to be light roast because I want those flavored notes to really pop out of there. I had a Kenyan I'm going to tell you about here in a minute that it was blueberry and lemon, and it just exploded in your mouth. It was phenomenal because the roaster was able to bring those notes right out of that coffee bean. Most people don't even know that coffee has flavors like that. And I love it that it does. So, and then I pour over to make my coffee, use a Chemex or a Hario or a Bee House. I've got several different ways of doing that, and I enjoy all of those on occasion. And amazingly, I can use the same bean in a Chemex and a Hario and a Kalita in different ways, and it'll taste differently because of the different method of pour over. It's amazing how versatile coffee really is. It's pretty incredible. And I realize I'm on a soapbox. I told you, this would be a ramble kind of a session most of the time. What I want to do today for this first episode, though, is just tell you about a coffee subscription that I found that I really, really enjoy. It's a coffee subscription called Trade Coffee. Now, I'm going to put a link to this in the blog post that goes along with this and in the notes below on YouTube. It is not an affiliate link. I am not connected with Trade Coffee in any way. I just have found these guys. I've had 2 bags of coffee from them so far, and I am highly impressed with what I've received. So I wanted to share this with you because I think it's a good company. It's fun. They do a lot of good stuff. And so I just want to share this with you. Now, Trade is not a coffee company that roasts their own coffee that I'm aware of. I don't even know the answer to that. What I do know is that they specialize in finding coffees from other roasters and sending them to people based on the flavor profiles that they've set up. So I decided to subscribe. I saw them on Facebook as an ad, and I toyed with it for a couple of months, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. And so I subscribed. They call themselves the Netflix of coffee. There's so many variations out there that they do, and it's really nice. So I've enjoyed it. What I did was I subscribed. I filled out my flavor profile, told them I like light roast. I told them I like single origin. And then from there I said, I really don't want you just to confine it to just one particular little kind of lane. Surprise me. Within those parameters, surprise me. And I've had 2 bags, and so far they have both been phenomenal. Now, the first bag was a bag of coffee from Kenya, from the Kagamuini region, from PT's Coffee. Now, they are a coffee company that's based out of Topeka, Kansas. I've had some of their stuff before from a couple of other more local roaster or coffee shops. This roaster is in Topeka, but I picked up a bag of theirs from some other places. And this is that blueberry balm that I was telling you about earlier. Okay, this thing was phenomenal. It's empty. It's all gone. I'm kind of sad about that because this was one of the best Kenyan coffees that I've had in a long time. It was delicious. I really enjoyed working my way through this bag of coffee. PT's Coffee in Topeka. The second bag that I got from Trade came from a roaster in San Francisco called Ritual. Ritual is a coffee roaster out in California. This one happened to come from Los Gigantes, which is in Huila, Colombia, and I was a little skeptical because I've got to tell you, I am not a fan of Colombian coffee by and large. I think Colombia has they've been a little overrated as a coffee origin because of the classic first wave coffee companies that always, Colombian roast, and we got our coffee from Colombia. And so as a result of that, Colombia has been overhyped in my opinion. Now, caveat. If you've got a good roaster who knows what they're doing, and if you've got some good beans that come from Colombia, you can take a Colombian bean and you can make an incredible cup of coffee out of it. That's what Ritual has done with this particular bean. This thing is incredible. This has got notes of some cranberry in it. It's got some dark chocolate, a little bit of citrus and citric acid to it, and it is delicious. I had a cup of that this morning. I just finished it. I kind of wish I had another one, but it was incredible. It might have reversed some of my thinking when it comes to Colombia's coffee industry, and maybe there is an element out there that it can be redeemed. This bag is empty as well because I have all of that coffee in my Airscape canister. This is what I'm going through right now. This is a canister that I picked up from the roastery. Actually, I think my brother got it for me for Christmas a few years ago from the roastery. They're a roaster in Kansas City, and this one's branded with their logo on it, but it's got a lid on the top like a regular canister, but it has another lid down inside it that you can't really see very well that is air pressure valves on it with the handle, and so when you push it all the way down to your coffee level, it pushes all the air out, preventing your coffee from continuing to oxidize. This canister, it's called an Airscape. This canister is the best thing for keeping your coffee fresh. Now, I'm kind of a purist, and so I go by the rule of 15s. If it's green coffee, I can keep it in my storage for about 15 months before I have to roast it. If it's roasted coffee, I like to use it within 15 days. Otherwise, it starts losing some of its flavor and starts going stale. Doesn't take me that long ever to go through a bag of coffee. Once I grind it, you got 15 minutes. That's the rule of 15s. 15 months, 15 days, 15 minutes, and that's how I use my coffee. But that Airscape canister helps keep the beans fresh while I'm using them. I'm going to put a link to that on Amazon in the notes below too. That is an affiliate link because I get a little bit of a commission for selling things for Amazon through my website. Just a disclaimer there to let you know. If you buy that through that link, a little bit will come back to me, and if you do that, I appreciate it. It doesn't really help much because I don't sell that much through that, but I just every few months I get 10 or 15 bucks. I can take my wife out to dinner. Woohoo! That's fun. But Trade Coffee. Trade Coffee is a phenomenal subscription source. You can set your frequency. I've got mine set on 3 weeks, and you can set it up from 2 weeks to weekly to 6 weeks, or I don't even know. But I encourage you, if you want a variety of good coffees to try out, do that. Now, shout out to my own local place. We got a place here in Sedalia, Missouri called Ozark Coffee Roasters. They do a phenomenal job, and if I'm running out between bags and between some of the other subscriptions that I'm in, trying coffee, I have no problem whatsoever running down and picking up a bag, usually Guatemala, Ethiopia from them, because they roast their coffee phenomenally too. I might even do an episode sometime of rambling about Ozark. Maybe even do it at Ozark. That would be fun. Brainstorm right there. Hey, I hope that this has been entertaining for you. I know it's going to be fun for me as I try to try to find out what I can share with you and what you might be interested in, and what you can see about what I'm interested in. And I'm just going to ramble. I'm just going to have some random things that crop up every now and then through video form, and we're going to share them, and we're going to have fun together doing this. So in the meantime, guys, have a great week. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.